This is called My Guitar is My Compass, and I have always been involved in music one way or another, but there was a period of time in life when I really did put the guitar down for a while. And this is just a song about how I found my way back to being more involved in music, thanks to finding the guitar again. Winter '78, I finally quit the band for a job back home with family. I just did not see the trouble coming down as my guitar became a stranger to me. I was fresh out of school, steady paycheck in hand, my pockets full of cash. I had an office in the field, helping farmers work the land. Had 3 good years before the crash. Then the markets broke the farms, and the banks came calling for the keys. I closed up shop, and I watched those bridges burn. My hometown wasn't home to me. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road, and my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. I went to work on Wall Street, found no peace of mind, started playing downtown bars. Finally broke away and left the suits behind and traded stocks for tips in a jar. Well, the right roads don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road, and my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Here we go. On a corner now you'll find me in Soho, and I'm playing like I'm paying off the debt. My guitar case, catching quarters for solos, but it's better than a promise never kept. It's better than a promise never kept. Where the right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. Indeed I will. Well, the right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road, and my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Yes, my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Now come my friend, help me find my road, and won't you kindly guide me home, and be my compass when I go. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, the one thing about capos, they always put you back to work and tuning up when you take them off. The song "Comfort in Your Cup" is a co-write with a friend of mine named Kent Agee, and the The story is, there is some fact based on it, something that really did happen that sort of fuels the story. In Connecticut, there's a couple diners. There's a very, very lovely person named Angie who used to run those diners, and one in particular. And she just had a way of making you feel very welcome when you walk in. And I think we probably all have known that kind of person when you walk into a restaurant or a diner. And they are there and they greet you, and it's as if they had been waiting just for you. Well, Angie was that kind of person, and this song just sort of takes time to imagine what Angie might have said if someone had ever asked her, when you're done looking after the world in the diner all day, who's looking after you when you go home? And this just contemplates what she might have said. Comfort in your cup. Yeah, I was born here. Yes, I live here all my life. Sat right there in that booth at senior prom. Made that satin dress my sin. You can probably tell, but it felt like something special with it on. Now that boy said he loved me, sitting right where you are now. He swore he would get us both away. Well, he got away all right, and I'm here every night, making tips that I spent yesterday. But I'll pour comfort in your cup, and I'll hear your stories, though you're only passing through. Sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. Well, I used to tell myself I'd turn around some night and see him smiling as the jukebox played our songs. But I knew better than that, he's never coming back. So I buckled up my heart and I carried on, pouring comfort in your cup, hearing your story, though you're only passing through. Yes, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. You know that boy, he called me just the other day. He said I was his best chance to get love right. I told him he could have tried that line on the girl he left behind, 'cause he ain't gonna find her here tonight. But it was comfort in my cup, and it don't even matter if it's true. Yeah, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. Yeah, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. Yeah, I was born here. Yes, I live here all my life. Thank you very much. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. Excuse me. Real fast. What's next? Huh, great. Handrail in the Dark is a song that I put together in COVID, during COVID, in the early days. And it's about rescue and recovery, about trying to tell someone who's is going through a very hard spell in life, that you're going to do your best to try to be there for them. And it has meaning even now, even as COVID has faded, so much of what rocks the world continues. Handrail in the dark. Just tell me you're okay. I think I know what happened here. The roof has caved in on your life. Your heart got caught in there. You're on shaky ground. But before it all comes crashing down, just let me help you past the broken glass, safe and sound. And when worry blinds your heart and faith falls apart, and when night hits too hard, I'll be your handrail in the dark, and I'll take you where you've never been. Make a brand new start, never be afraid again. In the dark, just reach across the space between us, and I'll be there, your handrail in the dark. We'll build promises. We'll build promises. And a house full of stones and stories we believe. And we'll weed out the riddles, and I'll meet you in the middle. We will leave breathing room for when we disagree. And when worry blinds your heart and faith falls apart, and the night hits too hard, I'll be your handrail in the dark, and I'll take you where you've never been. Make a brand new start, never be afraid again. In the dark, just reach across the space between us, and I'll be there, your handrail in the dark. You say you'll never be afraid. Just remember, love still knows your name, and just let me take you where you've never been. You'll never be afraid again. In the dark, just let me take you where you've never been, and I'll be your handrail in the dark. 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 Thank you. This is it's Friday night, and everybody's glad when it's Friday night. So this takes a look at that subject. looking at the days of the week leading up to Friday. Monday's feeling mean. Tuesday said I told you so. After Wednesday's what ifs, I have had enough. Second thoughts on Thursday. Sometimes that's the worst day. By the next night I need a little love. So I go where the bass puts down the beat and take you there and we'll shake off the weed. In the arms of Friday night, out on the floor we'll be spinning in the light. How I love that glove-tight fit. It's as close as a kiss, and the whiskey whispers everything's alright. In the arms of Friday night, in the arms of Friday night. We were in that sky blue satin dress, and I'm in my faded jeans, and the Telecaster is talking to the drums. Now my wallet's good and ready, and we're gonna dance through every penny, two-stepping through the night till morning comes. In the arms of Friday night, we're now finally leaving Monday far behind. Your eyes look at me and say, you're my weekend runaway, and the whiskey whispers everything's alright. In the arms of Friday night. All week long the news comes on harder, like we're caught inside a worldwide hit and run. The day 5 comes again, and the checkered flag flies again, and I find you right behind that setting sun. In the arms of Friday night, down in the club, they're turning up the lights. The last song is Desperado. You take my hand and I just follow, and the whiskey whispers go and hold her tight. In the arms of Friday night, oh, in the arms of Friday night. Ooh, on Friday night. Ooh, on the Friday night. Arms of Friday night. Thank you. There is there's a place in northern Maine. It's called Caribou, Maine. It's where I grew up, and when I was growing up, my father, back when I was like in 4th, 5th grade, my father would take me out for fish chowder on Fridays. You know, the Doctor's Pharmacy down on Sweden Street in Caribou, and a very small lunch counter, and we'd have fish chowder. Of course, that faded in time. And when I became a father, I had the same fun and privilege of taking my son and or daughter, or both of them times, out for lunch. Well, not all that long ago, I had this dream, woke me up in the middle of the night, and I got up and started writing about it. And I was back with my dad in Caribou, Maine, having lunch with him. And it's like a 2-part dream, because the second part of the dream is like, there I am with Sarah and Andrew, having lunch with them in Caribou. And they grew up in Connecticut, so I don't know quite how the heck that happened, but they're in Caribou. In any case, this is just about remembering kind of that. It's kind of just weaving together the recollection of Caribou, Maine as I remember it. Sorry about this, we gotta get this thing in tune here. And it's just about remembering, and maybe trying to hold on to things that you recall, maybe just a little bit of regret that they're gone. comes to see me on Sundays. Brings chowder, biscuits for two. She set the table, sit down, the TV's on, the Red Sox on Channel 2. It's my favorite time of the week. For a couple hours it's just her and me. And the cooking tastes great like her mom used to make, back when it was just us three. On Coolidge Avenue, all the neighbors, the cookouts and the kids running through, writing names in hearts carved in the bark of that sheltering sweet sugar maple. Coolidge Avenue. She says, remember how I wouldn't try unless you ran with me across the yard. And I say, zag down the drive, pedaling hard, damn near hit the car. And just past the mailbox I think I shouted, I got this. Then you let me go. Mom said, no more holding her close. She's gonna have all she needs to know. Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue, all those neighbors, cookouts and the kids running through, writing names in hearts carved in the bark of that sheltering sweet sugar maple. Coolidge Avenue. Doing dishes later, I see her. Her mother's there again, in her smile. But she thinks this house is too big for one. The memories here stretch out for miles and miles and miles. Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue, the neighbors, the cookouts, and those kids running through, they're all carved in my heart like names in the bark of that sheltering sweet sugar maple. And I'll stay here as long as I'm able. Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue. Thank you.
One more?
Sorry?
Time for one more?
Sure, sure. So, this is in honor of a very interesting lady who you're always glad to see coming. Life of the party. Enjoys an occasional bourbon, but she's just there because she likes the band. So just, it's called Old Fashioned Girl. Well, the music coaxed her off the street. She's always got a dance floor beneath her feet, and she just might take you by the hand, but that's only 'cause she loves the band. You might get his lipstick closed, but she's gonna step back before you know. So just bow and lift her glass as she puts it down and dances past. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as 100 proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile. On Friday night, she dips her finger in and gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Oh, she slaps her hand down on that stool. She been so long since I've seen you, so here's to another dance. You got me another second chance. She's a mystery, an amber light, and she takes me back to high school nights. And Ross smiles, and then kiss. We've got comfort for our lips, but she's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as honey proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. It's a finger and gives that ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Well, the mix will hit me hard if I'm not careful, and it'll go straight to my head, but I can't let it. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as honey proof, and she's every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips her finger in, gives the eyes a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much.